Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Chilean Revolution. My name is Jack, and it's the start of season 2. We have made a lot of transfers, as you can see. We've sold more than we've bought in, which I feel is a decent amount of business. Only by £1 million, but decent amount of business. We've got, I think it was about 35 million left in the transfer key. So in January, if we need it, it's all there for us. So a perfect summer, in my opinion. I think we'll start off with the outs. We'll look at the released players, if my mouse doesn't want to fly about. No one really of no. Ryan Fredericks was around in the first team last season, but he's the only first teamer, I guess, that got released last summer. So we'll start off from the least amount until the highest amount, shall we? So youth players going out on loan. Sam Byram's gone to Swansea for a loan fee, plus I think it was like a £1.1 million future potential fee. So perfect. Andy Carroll has gone to West Brom for free on a free transfer. I just couldn't get him off the books. I tried everything in my power. Like, I just kept on going down and down, and I was like, right, I just need to get him off the books. So Andy Carroll has gone to West Brom on a free transfer. He was earning like 90 grand a week here. It was just stupid. So I'm glad to get him off the books. Josh Cullen has gone to Villa for 77k. Jordan Hugo has gone to Burnley for 1.3 million. Isa Diop has gone to Huddersfield for 2 million. Could rise to 2.6 million. It was. I wasn't gonna sell him, but then I thought I could do better, and then it all kind of rotated on the fact that we got Reece Oxford back from loan. And I was like, if I have Reece Oxford, Declan Rice, they're both similar level to Diop. Yeah, let's just get rid of Diop and have two younger, and Reece Oxford, he's a West Ham lads. Declan Rice came through the Chelsea academy, but he's classed as a West Ham lad himself. So yeah, just let's have them too. Fernandez going to Cardiff for 2.5 million. Like I said, it was whether I was and ahhing whether to keep him. 2.5 million from Cardiff, bit the hand off. Adrian, the goalkeeper, has gone to Leipzig for £4.9 million. Could rise to £6.75 million. Decent bit of deal there for a backup keeper. Czech Kouate has gone to Palace for 7.5 million, which is a transfer that happened in real life the other day. So good. Fantastic. And then we're getting into the big money transfers, if you will. Masuaku has gone to Wolves for £12 million. I've got 2 new left backs. So that's the reason why I've sold both. You can probably see them over on the other sides, and you know why I got rid of both our left backs. Robert Snodgrass has gone to Huddersfield for 12.5 million. Fantastic bit of business, I feel. Was on loan at Villa last season, in game, obviously, and yeah, he just 12.5 million for Robert Snodgrass is mental. Aaron Creswell has followed Masuaku to Wolves for £15 million. And Pedro Obiang has gone to Everton for £25 million, which is his value, which I thought was a bit high, but fair enough. Right, on to the ins. We'll start off at the bottom. These three at the bottom were all signed by my head of youth, who I think is Per Mertesacker, my head of youth. He signed all these 3. You might see him, you might not. Probably not likely. So we'll start off with the signings I made. Some of these names I'm not going to be able to say. Kaj Sierhuis from Ajax for 4.1 million, rising up to 6.5 million. I think if he plays like certain number of games and whatnot. He's a young lad, 20-year-old Dutchman, played for the under-21s. Decent 4th choice backup, in my opinion. He's got decent physicals, great natural fitness. He's just decent everywhere along the pitch. He hasn't played too much football, but in the games he played for the Ajax youth team or reserve team, whatever, 4 goals in 8 games, you can't complain too much. So he's going to be 4th choice striker. He is 2.5 star current, 4-star potential. He might grow into a superstar. We'll never know. We'll have to find out. Up next, we have Joshua Brunet, as well, from another Dutch club in PSV. £7.5 million. He is a right back, right wing back, but can also play left back and left wing back. He could possibly do a job in the middle and defensive mid. Very versatile player. He's had 2 caps for the Dutch national team, which is fantastic. Once again, he's got a nice little bit of pace about him. Defensive stats are alright. I was mainly looking at the pace because we've still got Manquillo. Zabaletta's on the transfer list. He's in the reserves. He's not registered. So to go from Zabaleta, who hasn't got any pace, to Brunet with a fair bit of pace, decent. I think that's more important for a fullback, is kind of physicals than technicals. You might disagree with me, but I feel that is that's how I look at it anyway. Right. Lucas Todorczewski. I'm going to go on Theo, I think, because if you just put an H there, I'm going to call him Theo. £7.5 million from Anderlecht. He's a striker. He's going to be our second first choice striker, fighting it out with Hernandez to partner up with Moreno, who's our first choice after what happens the end of last season. Once again, a decent enough striker, very good physicals, decent stats where they need to be. He's a target man, 6'1". He's got good heading, good jumping reach as well. What more can you ask for, in my opinion? 14 finishing, 12 first touch, 13 composure, 12 concentration. It's alright, it's not too bad. He'll improve ever so slightly, probably. Not too much. But like I said, he's going to be fighting it out for that second spot up front in the starting 11. 19 caps for Poland, 3 goals, which isn't too great, but doesn't matter. 3-star current, 3-star potential. Last season, this season, so the season kicked off before ours, 2 goals in 2 games. Last season, 20 goals in 34 games. Season before that, 22 goals in 37 games. He's not a bad little player, to be fair. So I think that's an excellent pickup for 7.5 million. We'll get a couple of years out of him, and hopefully he can score some goals. So that's Theo, as we're going to call him, just to make it easier on everyone. Next up, we have Stefano Starora. I hope I'm saying that right. Quite an expensive one, £8.5 million, could rise to £18.75 million from Juventus. He is the ball-winning midfielder we were after, ladies and gentlemen, and he's versatile. 4 caps for Italy. Look at these mentals as well. 19 bravery, 16 aggression, which is good for a ball-winning midfielder, to be fair. 16 determination, 16 teamwork, 17 work rate. Very good physicals as well. Balance could be a bit better. Jumping reach could be a bit better. But that's just being picky. 16 marking, 14 tackling. This guy is a good player. He was on the transfer list at Juventus. And I was like, I need to get him. I need to get him. 3.5 star current, 3.5 star potential. Like I said, he had a good season. Didn't play too much, but he had a good season at Juventus last season. And he is going to go straight in as our starting ball-winning midfielder. And I'm looking forward to see how well he does. £16.5 million for a new goalkeeper. And you've probably already seen this and been like, why in the world has he bought Loris Karius? And I saw him on the transfer market. He was keen to come to me. I was like, could do with a punt on him. So I've gone for him. Like, he looks a decent enough keeper on Football Manager. He's going to be our starting keeper. He only played 2 games for Liverpool last season, so all those mistakes are probably out of him. Hopefully, fingers crossed. He's going to be our starting keeper. Fabianski's going to go on the bench. And yeah, 16.5 million. Can't go too bad with a goalkeeper who's 2.5 star. No, 3.5. Is it 3.5? 3.5 star, yeah. 3.5 star current and 3.5 star potential. You can't go too wrong with that, in my opinion, for 16.5 million. But next up are two left back / one left winger. Starting off with Ryan Sessegnon, 18 million up to 29 million potentially. For this young lad, he's always slightly more overpriced, but he's going to grow into a superstar. So I felt like I had to go get him. Obviously at Fulham, he had a fantastic season in real life last season to get him promoted, and I feel like he's gonna work well. He's gonna be in and out of the side. He's gonna be back up to Robertson and back up to the left wing spot as well, until he grows into maybe taking Robertson's left back spot maybe. But Andrew Robertson is the other player. 20 million up to 30 million possibly, which is quite expensive for a fullback. But I feel like he is worth it. He was much better than Masuaku and Creswell. And he's just, look at it, 16 first touch, 16 crossing, great physicals. Defensive stats are good as well. Did he play much for Liverpool last season? 19 games, and okay, like it could be a bit better for a fullback. But those two, I feel, they were definitely our marquee signings, with probably Storora I was excited about as well, coming in the summer. So yeah, that's the transfers. We've got rid of a lot of dead weight, and we've brought in some quality acquisitions, in my opinion. And if you're going to talk about net spend and all that, we've sold £1 million more than we brought in. So, in my opinion, good bit of business. Good bit of business. We're going to play the one game today, as I've talked about the tactics. And this is the team we're going with. We are playing Huddersfield. We played them first game of the season last season. Can't really get away from them. They've already beaten us twice, but we're going to beat them this time. So, I think Felipe Anderson is injured. I'm going to show you, actually, before we go anywhere, I'll show you who's on the transfer list and who will be going. So, Arnautovic, Lanzini, Zabaleta, and there is one more, I believe. Is there not? No, so they're the three main ones. Arnautovic, Zabaleta, and Lanzini will be going out the door fairly soonish. Hopefully, just to get him off the transfer, get him off the wage bill even. I just couldn't fit them in my team. Marko Arnautovic, I got better strikers in. He wasn't going to get in the team. Lanzini, he's more of a centre attack midfielder. Haven't got one of those in the team. Zabaleta needed a better, faster right back. So they're all valid reasonings to get rid of them. They just can't get into the team anymore. Need to get rid of them. But this is the team that we are going for today. Like I said, Felipe Anderson is currently out injured. He got an injury in pre-season. So Sessegnon is starting today, and he's going to be starting on that left midfield role. But we're going Karius in goal, Andrew Robertson, Ogbonna, Reed, Brunette, Sessegnon, Wilshere, Storora, Yarmolenko. I feel like that midfield. If we bring in Felipe Anderson when he's fit to play that left midfield role, having a midfield of Anderson, Wilshere, Storora, Yarmolenko is quite good. Actually quite good. And then up front, we've got Moreno and Hernandez to kick off the season. Hopefully we can get some goals against Huddersfield. This is the bench: Fabianski, Balbuena, Reece Oxford, Garmesh, Mark Noble, Theo, and Sehus. I think that's how you say it, Sehus. But we need to pick numbers for the two new lads. So 24 and 22. Is there any lower numbers, or is it they've all been taken? They've all been taken. It's fine by me. Submit numbers. Score predictions, ladies and gentlemen. They're Huddersfield. They seem to be our bogey team this save. But I'm gonna go for a 3-0 win. 3-0 win against our arch nemesis Huddersfield. And I didn't show you the season preview, but we were predicted to finish 7th or 8th, just outside the Europa League spots. So I'm hoping maybe if we can do well enough, Europa League could be in our future. But this is their team. They got Lawson in goal, Lowe, Schindler even, Jurgensen, Durm, Is he a right back or is he a midfielder? I'm not too sure. Moy, Williams, Berisha, Sobhai, Robert Snodgrass, our ex-player, and Shane Long up front. And they got Diop on the bench. So 2 of our former players playing for them. They could both be playing today. But we're going to show them why we don't need them anymore. We owe them for countless losses against them. And let's kick off this season with at least a win. Because last season, if you remember, it was Huddersfield and then Cardiff, was it? And we got 1 point. And if you think Huddersfield and Cardiff, you kind of feel like you'd get maximum points out of that, or you'd hope anyway. But we have got the ball. Moreno finds Chicarito, who tries to lob the keeper when he was on his line, and it kind of made the keeper panic a little bit. But it is still 0-0. 3 minutes in even. And hopefully we can get off to a good start. We are just about to hit the half-hour mark, and I was going to say nothing has happened. This is the first highlight since that shot of Hernandez's right at the start of the game. And it is Huddersfield, and that's a great save from Karius there. Palms it away, and that's a great tackle for Robertson. Just gone 35 minutes in here, and there has been nothing of note going on. It's been quite a boring game by the looks of it. But we have got a highlight here. Reed finds Wilshere, but it gets deflected and Snodgrass picks it up. If Snodgrass scores today, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Because I can't stand Huddersfield being our bogey sides, but I can't stand a former player scoring for Huddersfield either. Snodgrass to Ramadan, is that? Moy. Can't find Shane Long, and Reed passes it back to Karius. Boots it up the field, but Huddersfield come back again. Come on, boys. Why do we always struggle? Good tackle by Wilshere. Hernandez, can he beat a man or anything like that? He just runs to the wing. Brunette picks it up. Whips it in. Moreno's there. And Moreno has put it into the back of the net. Carrying on his goal-scoring form from last season. Fantastic. If he can be our 20-goal, 25-goal season striker, I feel like a Europa League spot could be coming our way, ladies and gentlemen. Good cross by Brunette. Good volley. Keeper should be doing better, but I'm not complaining. It is 1-0 to the Hammers. Right, Huddersfield have got a corner here just before half-time. That's pretty poor defending, letting Shane Long just control it in the 6-yard box. And once again, what is going on with that defending? Just leaving Shane Long. Can't be dealing with that defending if that's how we're going to defend all season. But that will be half-time in a second. Come on, ref. There we go. Half-time. We are 1-0 up against Huddersfield, our bogey side, our arch rivals. Sessegnon's looking very nervous. I'm going to reassure him in a bit because he's been playing okay. Things are going well. Looking very calmly say to him, let's just say I'm happy with your performance. He's looked happy. Hopefully that settles his nerves a little bit and he can go on and maybe get an assist or something like that. Because I'm not going to put too much pressure on Sessegnon. I'm not going to play him every game. Just want to, keep on playing him here and there. He played the cup competitions. I think we got Bristol Rovers or someone like that in the Carabao Cup. So he'll definitely play in that. And if we can improve, get some minutes in the Premier League, he can be a very, very valuable player for us in the coming seasons. 56 minutes in now. We've got a what happened there? Wilshere's getting sent off for something off the ball. Okay. Right, Hernandez, you can come up. Why don't we see a replay for red cards? Because I would love to see that. Garmesh can come on for Hernandez in the middle. Let's go on counter, I guess. That's what was that all about? Can we see a replay of the red card, please? This isn't the red card, is it? It's not the red card at all. Right, red cards. He just tripped someone up. It's just something off the ball. I don't know what happened there, but Jack Wilshere's been sent off apparently. So brilliant. We're in the 70th minute now, pretty much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take Storora off as well because he's on a booking, and clearly people just want to trip over players off the ball. So I'm just going to do that. And have we got any left wingers on the bench? No. I'll take off Moreno. I'm going to bring on Theo, and he can play as the target man up front on his own. It's a bit harsh to bring him on for a debut in this conditions, but I want him to get his debut anyway. You know, good 20 minutes in the Premier League. You never know, he might score. Right, we got a highlight here again. 75th minute. Theo has got the ball to Garmesh. It's out to Sessegnon. Can he beat his man? Can't quite. Can he do it? He gets the ball in anyway, but it's a pretty poor ball. But it is cleared, but we have collected it once again. And Garmesh, good ball out here to Yarmolenko, but he can't beat his man again. Barnett, decent ball down the line. Yarmolenko can't get off his man. Theo had the ball. Oh, unlucky there. Theo had a shot. It was saved. I don't think the keeper knew much about it, but it was saved. It was a decent effort. It's still 1-0. We've got about 7 minutes to go. Once again, Robert Snodgrass has scored. Oh, no. Once again, terrible corner, terrible defending from the corner. Don't say they're going to score again. Right, Theo has got the ball. He does well to beat his man. Has he got the pace? That defender's just caught him up really easily. Has a pop, and the keeper was worried. He catched it. He caught it even, and it had him worried. Oh, I don't know what to do now. That goal came at the wrong time. We're going to go structured. We're going to go defensive. We're going to just hold out for the draw because having a red card, first game of the season, away from home, just go for the draw. We've got a penalty. Theo has come off and just fell on the floor, and we've got a penalty. I assume Mark Noble's taken it if he's on the pitch. 20 seconds to go. We've got a penalty. In my opinion, that usually means they miss it. Mark Noble, top corner. Mark Noble has got us the win against our arch rivals Huddersfield. Get in there. You're not saving this penalty. That is top bins if I ever saw one. Last seconds of the game. Must have been the last kick of the game. And it's 2-1 to the Hammers. We have won the game against our bogey side, Huddersfield, thanks to a Mark Noble penalty. And Theo, who came on, I must have told him in the dugout, look, just go on. If they score, just dive in the box, and we'll win the game. Cheers, mate. And he couldn't have left it any later. What a lad. 2-1 victory against our arch rivals. Oh, I should be less excited because it is Huddersfield. It is the first game of the season, but we had a man sent off for not much, to be fair. I don't think, but we won the game. That's all that matters. Oh, brilliant. As you can see, look at all those green dots, including the friendlies. Fantastic. Right then, we're going to play a couple of games, and what I want to do is I'll come back for the Tottenham and Man City game, because obviously I was supposed to show you Tottenham the other day, but the stupid microphone didn't get my voice. Stupid microphone. So, I'll see you in a couple of days for the Tottenham Man City games. Let me know in the comments how you feel about my transfers. I feel they went pretty well, in my opinion. As you can see, Theo got us the penalty that won us the game, so he's the best signing I've ever made. So yeah, please like if you enjoyed the video, comment about transfers, who I should have got in, who I shouldn't have got rid of, and subscribe if you're new around here, and I shall see you again in a couple of days time for the next episode of the Chilean Revolution. Thank you and goodbye.